Behind the curtain here, final preparations for the challenge ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Alperen Sengun.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Sengun. Green is out there with Shepard. And it's Eason in at the three, the small forward. And for the Wizards, Coulibaly is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Richaun Holmes. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Poole in at the point. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here's Middleton. Brogdon outside. Shot clock at 6. Connects from three-point range. Brogdon's got the game going here with the first basket for the Wizards. Brogdon against Green. To the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Holmes with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Middleton. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Now the Rockets with it. It's a 5-point game. Sengun with the screen for Green. In the corner, Smith with it. No good with the triple. We've seen a quick start here for the Wizards. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Here's Poole following the score by Houston. Holmes can't get it to go in. And so just over a minute and a half played. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. He told me that Sengun won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. You add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Shepard. Now Brogdon. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Shot from 12, and the jumper falls for him. Brogdon's got 5 points so far.
Boy, Brogdon's such an efficient shooter. Not any wasted motion at all. He can create a good look in just about any situation.
And finished off by Shepard.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Green. Inside. Here's Eason. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. The Rockets fourth.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Brogdon the pass to Middleton. The three. And another miss by Washington. Rockets trail. Outside, Green. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Houston moving the ball around. They now take the lead.
This speaks to how assertive Şengün can be. Love when he makes quick decisions like that there.
Poole with it. No scoring in this one. And again, Washington no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Smith with a screen on Poole. Shepard the pass to Şengün. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Holmes. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Shepard. Here's Şengün. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wizards trail by 3. Brogdon outside. Back to Poole. Middleton outside. Over Eason. And another miss by Washington.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Şengün kicks to Green. Elbow shot is on the way. Rebounded by Holmes.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Middleton finds Holmes. Five on the clock. Back to Poole. Over Shepard. And another miss by Washington. On offense, here are the Rockets. Big stretch here going 10-2. Stolen by Middleton. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice. A mid-range jumper by Middleton. I didn't know guys were allowed to take that shot anymore.
Shepard the pass to Şengün. Here's Smith. Here's Shepard. His last outing, he had 18 points. 6 to shoot. Here's Şengün. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Washington trailing. Up top, Brogdon. Guarded by Green. Now, here's Poole. Nothing on the board.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here he goes. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Green just levitates to the rack. A 40-inch plus vertical will allow you to do that.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Washington making a change here. Bays checked in. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Taking a look at Houston. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move.
And you know, for Houston,
They've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Now, here's Poole. His last outing with 20 points.
Look at how Şengün attacks the ball, doing all he can to reel it in.
And Green gets it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 5. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Bey. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Showing the range. How about Bey taking and making his fair share of those triples?
Screen by Smith. Holmes with the steal. And stolen by Thompson. To the inside, Shepherd. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Getting his team the best shot on the floor. Amen Thompson feeds a ready shooter that time.
Washington's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Right wing. Bey against Smith. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepherd.
Hey, when you look at Thompson, his physical attributes jump out at you right away. I mean, he is a freak athlete with tremendous upside.
Oh,
man!
What a finish!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And look at Bey moving at full speed, not letting anyone get in his way.
Houston leading by 5. Pass to Adams. Here's VanVleet. Guarded by Poole. Thompson in the corner. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Outside, Smart. VanVleet against Poole. No good with the layup.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Şengün passes to VanVleet. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Poole against Thompson. Pass to Smart. Banked in off the glass.
And that's an error by the D. You can't give someone like Smart that kind of position inside.
Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers. And here is VanVleet. Hasn't made one yet. Adams, the pass to Brooks. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Wizards trail by 6. Outside, Smart. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now we'll check across the NBA the best shooters from the stripe. In the third spot, Jordan Poole.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
So for the Wizards, Sars checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Corey Kispert comes in for Chris Middleton. And Brogdon subbed in for Smart. And a change for the Rockets. Green's checked in. Pass to Thompson. Out to Brooks. Launches it. Rebounded by the Wizards. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. And they just pounded them inside.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Thompson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Wizards trail by 4. Poole on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Count that bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Down low, here's Thompson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And it's 6 points from Amen Thompson.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Pass to Saw. Now Brogdon, guarded by Green. Brogdon kicks to Poole. Sar sets the screen for Poole. Nailed from three-point land.
You got to chase Poole off that three-point line or he will do exactly that.
Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Over in the corner, Green. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Green's got 9.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
The three from Poole. No good there. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Rockets on top. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor. And so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Van Vliet with it. Scoreless thus far. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Dillon Brooks out there with Adams, and it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. Brogdon finds Smart. Pass to Gill. A 3-ball. Green with the rebound. Rockets leading by 4. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
5 to shoot. It's blocked. Thompson against Brogdon. Pass to Gill. Here's Bay. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Coulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Outside, Green. There's the drive. Here's Brooks. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Brooks has got his first points of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
First free throw is good. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
With the teardrop. And they recover it. Brooks dishes to Thompson. Brooks, the pass to Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the 3 off target. Washington trailing. Here's Brogdon. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Kispert setting the pick for Brogdon. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Brogdon's got 7 points.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Adams with the screen on Smart. And it's Brooks in the corner. Pass to Adams. And stolen by Bay. Brogdon against Green. Brogdon looking around. Now Bay. And here's Kispert from the arc. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Washington.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys tonight.
Good shot selection from Van Vliet.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Poole's checked in for Marcus Smart. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Shepard comes in for Fred VanVleet. Washington's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. A kicks to Brogdon. And he lays it straight in. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, with that strong body and good size, Brogdon's able to finish through contact.
Rockets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Adams finds Thompson. Back to Adams. Over to the left wing. Rocket 6. Smith, no luck. The Wizards with the lead. Kispert with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Coulibaly. A 17-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. The Wizards have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And Washington making a change here. Sarge checked in. And Coulibaly drops them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Adams. He's guarded closely. Green, the pass to Smith. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. Pass to Coulibaly. Kispert kicks to Poole. The Wizards working the ball around now. Sarr sets the screen for Brogdon. 4 on the clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
And the Wizards making a change here. Middleton's checked in. That one misses. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Green, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Didn't seem like the defense was ready for Green inside that time. He came at him with a lot of energy and was able to draw the foul.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
That's good from Green.
Boy, I believe Green has all the tools to be a phenomenal scorer in this league. Just needs to continue to develop.
Corey Kispert's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from Green. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Open shot, Thompson. Another miss by Houston. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Poole against Smith. Pass to Middleton. The kick out to Poole. 5 on the clock. That one a little long. Houston in the lead. Thompson left side. Adams the pass to Shepard. Out to Thompson. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And for Houston, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that game against the Nuggets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Smart's checked in for Washington. Şengün's checked in for Houston. Tari Eason comes in for Amen Thompson. The Rockets making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Middleton inside the three-point line. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. To the middle. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now beasting.
Wizards trail by 4. Now, here's Poole. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Shepard. Şengün with the ball. He's defended by Coulibaly. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. That's now 8 points from Amen Thompson. Washington has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Smart deciding where to go with it. Middleton outside. Looking to end his cold spell. Eason grabs the board.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Wizards trail by 3. Kispert kicks to Middleton. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And he makes that one.
Height and good floor vision make Thompson an effective playmaker.
Washington's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And Poole gets it to go.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Poole. Shepard the pass to Şengün. Washington with the rebound. Koulibaly's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the lob to the hoop. Kispert setting the pick for Middleton. Pass to Poole. Driving the lane. Koulibaly with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Smart read by Poole there, noticing the overcommitment and making the D pay.
The Wizards have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Wizards. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Smart. And a switch here also for Houston. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Amen Thompson. That one drops. He ties it up. Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. VanVleet against Poole. VanVleet kicks to Şengün. Good work there as it goes. Şengün's got 6.
When he's not working back to the basket, Şengün can pop out and face you up.
Brogdon the pass to Poole. Inside. Pass to Holmes. Tries a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got 9 rebounds now tonight. VanVleet passes to Shepherd. Now Şengün. And here is VanVleet. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Koulibaly. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Shepherd. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Holmes. Wizards passing it around. Middleton can't get it to go.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten 1 shot to drop.
Here's VanVleet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Richaun Holmes.
VanVleet, despite his size, he's not backing down from any contact. He looks to draw foul.
And the first one drops. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And so VanVleet nails both of them.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Pass to Holmes. Koulibaly with it. Sinks the three-pointer. Koulibaly's got 8 points.
Yep, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Poole against VanVleet. Pass to Şengün with 4 seconds on the clock. No good on that one. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Rockets lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Glad you could join us. The story tonight for the Houston Rockets through 2 quarters, a tightly contested matchup.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this, big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work with the rock down low. Good things will happen, don't you know?
Ooh, you're rhyming and didn't even know it. A poet.
And the next topic to touch on, a look at which players might be appearing in the upcoming dunk contest.
The NBA has a lot of great athletes, but if you look up and down this list, you see some of the most athletic guys in the world at any sport.
Yeah, there's a beauty to just watching these guys fly. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Brogdon out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Coulibaly. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Middleton in its small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And they pick up 2. Şengün's got the first bucket of the third here for the Rockets.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Holmes setting the pick for Poole. 5 to shoot. Holmes can't get it to go in. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Green, stolen by Middleton. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. It's rebounded by Houston.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Smith, no luck. Here's Washington. It's Brogdon on the wing, guarded by Green. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Floats one, count it, good. Middleton's got 6.
And, you know, Middleton is a man of many talents. When you least expect it, he hits you with a ridiculous floater.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Shepherd, guarded by Poole. Green dishes to Smith. Pass to Shepherd. Shot clock at 5. Smith kicks to Green. Shoots over Brogdon. And Green with the basket on the assist by Smith. 13 points in the game.
Able to score from anywhere on the court. Green can hurt you in myriad ways, and his game is only growing.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. You look at the Wizards. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Now, Poole. He's got 5. Pass to Brogdon. It's stolen by Green. Now Eason. It's rebounded by Poole.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Malcolm Brogdon doing a nice job serving his guys. Passes like this help make his team better.
Here's Green. He's got 13. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. In the corner, Smith with it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Wizards trail by 6. Brogdon outside. Back to Poole. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Poole's got 7 points in the game.
Showing his strength inside. Poole muscles that one home.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Alperen Sengun. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Smith with a screen on Poole. Smith outside. Pass to Eason. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Wizards trail by 7. Coulibaly with it. Poole, a screen on Smith. Now Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
To the paint, here's Poole. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists tonight.
The more effective Poole is inside, the more headaches he causes for the defense.
Houston leading by 5. Shepherd with the ball. 6 points for him. Pass to Sengun. Smith on the wing. The putback. Rebounded by Holmes. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Poole.
And the confidence Poole plays with, you got to admire it. He feels like he can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Wizards trail by 4. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Sengun. Sengun's
scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Sengun with a screen on Brogdon. Sengun with a wide-open look. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Middleton. The shot that time, not on target. Smith with the defensive effort. The drive by Green. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Sengun, he gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Holmes passes to Poole. for three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Pass to Brogdon. Poole with the screen for Brogdon. It's stolen by Eason. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Attacking relentlessly. Always fun to see a young player like Smith just go off.
Wizards trail by 11. Poole the pass to Brogdon. Coulibaly with it. Looking to end the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Coulibaly's got 13 points.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Green against Brogdon. Pass to Shepard. Out to Smith. Now Shepard. Green taking his time here. Just 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Green's activity on offense is something I really appreciate. Because of that, I think he makes the defense typically commit fouls.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. Bays checked in for Coulibaly. And a change for the Rockets. Thompson's checked in. And so he hits both. Wizards trail by 10. Pass to Holmes. Now here's Poole. Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Green passes to Şengün. Count it. Şengün's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Middleton outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's blocked by Şengün.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Boy, he fluidly moves up the floor, easily demonstrating great athleticism. Amen Thompson, impressive.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And he makes the first.
Well, I love the leadership of Brogdon. Always hard at work for his team. He's facilitating, communicating, providing offensive energy and direction. Love what this guy brings to the court.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Green. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And Middleton kicks to Holmes. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. Marcus Smart comes in for Poole. And a switch here also for Houston. Brooks checked in for Shepherd. Middleton, a screen on Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the wing right side. Here's Bay. The Wizards with another miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the Wizards with possession. It's a 14-point game. Middleton the pass to Bay. Brogdon with it. The 3. Şengün with the rebound. Here's VanVleet. 8 points for him. Adams sets the pick for VanVleet. Adams right side. Good work defensively by Bay. Washington's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Second chance shot. Kicks it down to Middleton from past the arc. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
In the corner, Şengün with it. Brooks outside. Back to Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Wizards trail by 14. Smart passes to Bay. And Bay throws it down.
And forceful there from Bay, attacking the iron.
Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Şengün with a screen on Smart. And Şengün throws it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Brogdon against Thompson. Here's Kispert. It's rebounded by Houston. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brooks right side. Lets it go from 14. Rebound, Washington. Middleton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Smart finds Brogdon. Now Coulibaly. 2 on the clock. And it's blocked by Şengün. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Houston on top, leading by 14. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Thompson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Adams in at the 5. Bay kicks to Poole. 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Washington. Bay. It's rebounded by Houston. Green with the ball. And now by Kispert. And Green slams it in.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Poole, the pass to Bay. Van Vliet against Poole. Bay kicks to Kispert. Here's Coulibaly. Brooks covering. This one for 3. Coulibaly, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Pass to Kispert. They set the pick. Driving in. Misses from short range.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Yep, that one goes. And the Rockets lead by 20.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Poole. Kispert setting the pick for Poole. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And Washington making a change here. Sars checked in. Rockets leading by 20. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Inside. Smart against Green. And Smart the bucket on the assist from Poole. Poole's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Rockets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Green passes to Van Vliet. Adams taking his time here. Now here's Van Vliet. A beautiful reverse layup. Van Vliet's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Poole with the screen for Kispert. Outside, Smart. Czar with it. To the inside. 6 to shoot. And oh, here we go. Brooks, nobody back. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Koulibaly's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now, here's Kispert. He's covered by Thompson. Kispert, the pass to Smart, and stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
And the first one drops. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Washington. The Rockets also changing it up. Green comes in for Brooks. And Shepard subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And he makes the first but misses the second. Wizards trail by 21. And here's Kispert from the arc. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Jock Landale's checked in for Green. The Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Smart against Green. And there it is for him. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
No good on the free throw. And the Rockets making a change here. Roddy's checked in. And he ends up missing both free throws. Now the Rockets with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Thompson for 3. Washington with the rebound. Smart passes to Poole. Now Kispert. Pass to Holmes. Now here's Poole. Guarded by Green. 5 to shoot. Fades. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Shepard, the pass to Green. Adams sets the pick for Green. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Smart. The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's Koulibaly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room, give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
So for the Wizards, Chris Middleton comes in for Corey Kispert, and Brogdon subbed in for Jordan Poole. Brooks checked in for the Rockets. And Koulibaly drops them both. And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And it's Brooks in the corner. The Rockets again can't hit.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Smart kicks to Brogdon. Back to Smart. There's the three. The Rockets pull it in. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Brooks. And it goes down 2 points.
A slight bump on that play. Brooks just kind of shrugs it off.
Pass to Coulibaly. It's hauled in by Adams.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Brooks dishes to Thompson. And they get it back. There's Green with the three. And another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Smart. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kispert with it, working on Smith. Here's Middleton, and Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Green with the ball. Brogdon picks him up. And it's Shepherd missing. Washington has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Middleton outside. Looking to get back on track here. The shot, no good. Smith with the defensive effort. Şengün against Smart. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Muscling through contact. This is where Şengün's at his best.
And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Coulibaly comes in for Corey Kispert, and Poole subbed in for Smart. The free throw drops for Şengün.
Tell you what, Alperen Şengün is a big with the modern-day game. He scores in bunches inside, but he also can pass it and shoot it from the perimeter, too.
Pass to Coulibaly. And Richaun Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Brooks checked in for Şengün. Cam Whitmore comes in for Tari Eason. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, it's human nature. When you've got a big lead, it's easy to get complacent and take your foot off the gas like they did there.
Off the inbound pass, and Poole with the layup. And that's 12 points for Jordan Poole.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
Rockets leading by 22. In the corner, it's Whitmore. That falls. Great assist by VanVleet. VanVleet's got 5 assists in the game. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
VanVleet looking around. Takes the 3. Washington with the rebound. Middleton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Pass to Coulibaly. VanVleet against Middleton. And here is Brogdon. Here's Holmes. Wizards passing it around. Middleton can't get it to go.
Just not his night offensively. That's part of why they fell behind.
Here's Thompson. Second shot opportunity. Adams. Good work defensively by Holmes.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, he has to connect from there.
Brooks with a screen on Poole. For 3, VanVleet sinks the triple. VanVleet's got 7 points here in this quarter.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And the Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in. And for Houston, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Green with a screen on Poole. VanVleet passes to Green. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 6 assists here tonight.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Poole with the screen for Brogdon. Pass to Holmes. Trying his luck from deep. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. VanVleet against Middleton. VanVleet outside. In transition, here come the Wizards. And Thompson sends it back.
On the hunt to make a big defensive impact. Thompson denying that shot.
Poole the pass to Holmes. And the layup falls.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. For three, Van Vliet. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 11 rebounds in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose two games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Şengün.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Poole against Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Whitmore missing. Washington's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Brogdon against Thompson. Brogdon kicks to Poole. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Van Vliet against Poole. Here's Adams. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Holmes. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Poole against Van Vliet. They set the pick. Brogdon the pass to Middleton. Over Whitmore. No good there off the double clutch. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Alperen Şengün.